they talk and complain every day about what another motherfucker created. But if you a God, you able to create. Like, this is what I'm saying. If you're telling me I'm a reflection of God, I am in God's likeness and image. That means I'm just like God. Like, that's what they trying to tell me, right? But what I'm saying, like, like, look what God did. God created something that's never been created before on this earth, from his own mind or with his own energy, whatever the fuck. Trees was never seen before. Photosynthesis was never seen before. You know what I'm saying? That shit. You see what I'm saying? The circulatory system in the human body was never seen before. You know what I'm saying? None of that was seen before, right? Never, nobody's ever seen it before ever in life. Why can't these niggas do the same thing? Create something from your own mind if you a guy that ain't never been seen before. Because all y'all doing is recycling and telling us about some shit another motherfucker created. That don't make you no fucking God, man. You stole that information, and you know what's so crazy about it? You stole it from white people. You're not talking about no African shit. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. I don't give a fuck what your spirituality is. You can't stop no army from marching in your village. I bet you that. If I have an army right now, I don't give a fuck what you believe in. You can believe in the most, you can think you the most high-powered God in the whole goddamn world. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. If I got a rifle and some guns and some tanks and I got 10 people with me, you can't stop me. Your spirituality can't stop me, dude. I'll murder every motherfucker in your village, dog. I turn all your people into slaves. And you can't stop me. I would capture you right now and I'll look at you. Tell God to save you right now. I'll put this gun in your motherfucking head and be like, talk to your God. Tell him to come save. Tell your God to stop me. I'm a human. I am a vile, unrighteous motherfucking human being, though. I am a murderess. I'm in the worst of the worst. Tell your righteous God, and you supposed to be so goddamn righteous, call your righteous God and tell him to stop me from pulling this trigger. You can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna boil your motherfucking brains off your motherfucking, all the motherfucking wall. Right off your motherfucking shoulders. So miss me with that motherfucking spirituality shit, man. That shit don't have no motherfucking power. You need to be worrying about the physical world first. Because ain't that what they say? What happens in the physical world, right, will determine what happens to you in the spiritual world. If you have a good physical world, you're supposed to have a good afterlife or whatever. These motherfuckers jumping past the physical world to jump into the spiritual world. And ain't nobody has died and came back and be like, you know what? This is all the shit that be happening in the spiritual world, man. Everything these niggas be talking about, ain't nobody been down here to prove that shit to be correct. The soul's transferred to another soul and people are reincarnating to insects and shit, man. Where's the evidence, man? Who you know to reincarnate into a motherfucking butterfly or a fucking grasshopper? Show me that person, dude. Man, they motherfuckers will be fucking on some weird ass shit. A butterfly. A butterfly, dog. I don't give a fuck, a rock, butterfly, whatever the fuck they talking about, man. You don't know, dude. There's a reason why you don't know. It's all motherfucking lies, man. It's all lies, dude. To what they talking about. I don't even think, because the thing is, absolute truth is everything is this. It's like, absolute truth is like 3 plus 3 is 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6, right? Everybody in the world knows that. Like, everybody can just use that formula to get to 6. Right? So when we talk about spirituality, it's like everybody got all these goddamn books on what spirituality is, right? But spirituality really is really about studying your motherfucking own spirit, dude. There ain't no books on your spirit, dude. Unless you create one yourself. So they try to put everybody in this collective type of box and try to control everybody's mind by saying, this is what it is. This is what you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be. And it's like, no, man. It's so much easier, dude, to be able to capture everybody that's the same than capture everybody that's different. Everybody that's the same, you can throw the same bait out to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at mice. Look at, animals and shit like that. I can throw that same bait out and I can catch all the mice with that same bait. I can catch all the fish with that same kind of bait. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go fishing, if you want to go fishing for bass, they got a bait for that. For all bass, right? They got like a jig or something you use, or a certain type of minnow or whatever. They know what to catch a bass with. And if they want to catch another fish, they don't use the same thing. They got to go switch and get another motherfucking bait. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna catch the things that catches a bass is not gonna the things that catch a bass is not gonna be the same thing that catch a northern pike or a muskie or some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you different and you truly authentic to yourself as being different, you got your own path in life, dude. Ain't nobody on your road to where you need to go. The reason why life be so complicated a lot of times because we on somebody else's motherfucking road where it's all the goddamn people because we think we the same as every motherfucker, dog, and we ain't, dude. It's scientifically impossible. We are not the same. The only thing that we're the same is the fact that we're breathing. If we're alive, your brain activity and my brain activity is totally different right now. You cold, I'm not. You see what I'm saying? Like, how are we the same? We don't walk the same. We don't look the same. We don't breathe the same. We don't like the same foods. We got similarities. But when you say somebody's the same, that's like identical. Like, two things are the same as one of them is not necessary. You don't never have two things that are the same. Things have to be opposites attract, likes repel, though. That's like physics and shit, and it's just true shit. That's why relationships would be the way they be a lot of the motherfucking times. Because people be like, oh, I want that they be trauma bonding with a motherfucker. You know? And when this person's got trauma and this person's got trauma and y'all love each other because y'all both suffer the same trauma, y'all going to fucking trigger the trauma in y'all fucking life, dude. Because that person's gonna remind you of what happened to them, and that other person you're gonna remind them and them about some of the shit, and y'all gonna be fighting and arguing every goddamn day, probably and shit. Ain't nobody gonna fix nobody. Nobody got the medicine. If everybody's the same, who creates the medicine, dude? The person who creates the medicine is somebody who don't think the same. The doctors that create medicine for depression and fucking diabetes and all that shit, they don't have diabetes, man. You see what I'm saying, dude? They don't have it, dude. They just study it, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? They study it in other people, but they don't personally be having that shit, dude, like that. The person that's teaching you how to fix a broken ankle and shit, ankle ain't never been broken. That's crazy, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just about studying shit, dude, and creating a medicine based on what you study. And motherfuckers just be like, motherfuckers always trip about. I know females to be like tripping about saying shit like, oh, you know, find solutions like you can't focus on the negative and all that type of shit, dude. And I'd be like, what the fuck y'all be talking about, man? You gotta master chaos, dude. Right? You get like look, peace and chaos is the opposite, right? So if you want peace, this is why everybody be saying, no negative energy, no negative vibes and everything like that. Because you ain't mastered the negativity. You ain't mastered the chaos. So you keep running from the chaos all your goddamn life because you ain't took the time to master it. So every time chaos come around, you're going to run. No, I don't want no negative energy. No, whatever. No, get away from me, all that. You can't stop negative energy from being in this world, dude, but you can master it to control it, to get it away from you and whatever like that once you understand what it is. But if you keep running from it all the goddamn time and shit like that, dude, you was going to be motherfucking tormented by that shit for the rest of your life, dude. You got to end the chaos, dude. You got to master the chaos. That's all it is, dude. Once you master the chaos, then when you master the chaos, what do people start talking like? I don't care what you do with me, man. I already felt it already. No, motherfuckers talk like that. Like, you can't do shit to me, dude. I already felt that pain, dude. I felt so much pain and mastered so much shit in my goddamn life of pain and suffering and shit like that. There is nothing you can do right now, dude, to make me motherfucker feel a certain kind of way about your motherfucking ass and shit. I'm on a peace level. You can say that shit. You can call me this. You can call me that. You can call me this. Whatever. I'm still got peace. You know why? Because you mastered chaos. You mastered it. You dealt with it. You embraced it. And you changed that shit. And you mastered it to the point where you know not to let it affect you. Motherfuckers be running from negative energy. You can't run from it, dude, because it's like night and day. It goes together, dude. Negative and positive go together. You can't even fucking use a remote control without negative and positive. You flip one of them one way, you flip the other one the other way, and that's how you turn on the motherfucking TV, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's impossible, dude. People be running from it. And I'm like, dude, you got to solve the negative shit, dude. I don't give a fuck how good my car is, dude. If I'm taking a trip with my family, I don't give a fuck how beautiful my car is. I don't care how positive my car is. When you hit the road, what are the fuck things you looking for? The shit that can go wrong, dude. Does my engine work? Do I got oil in that motherfucker? Like every single thing you feel like can go wrong in that motherfucker, you're gonna try to fix that shit, dude, before you hit the road on some type of road trip a lot of times. Or your ass is gonna be fucked up out there in the middle of nowhere. You gotta master that first. Man. Get up, get off there. Once you master it, then you good to go. Dude. I gotta master the problem, man. But the problem is the thing that stops you from getting to the solutions. The problem, I mean, it's the thing that stops you from getting some true peace of mind and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want true peace of mind and shit like that, you gotta know the aura of chaos is not the energy of chaos is not gonna be around you like that, dude. Once you master it, and once you put that aura, that's why when people, okay, just say somebody come up to me with negativity, right? In this city, just say this block. Right? Somebody come up to me outside, but oh, you bitch ass nigga, blah, 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 right? And I'll beat the shit out of them in front of every goddamn body. Boom, 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 and go down like that. Is all the other negative motherfuckers gonna come fuck with me now?
I don't think so.
No, dude. They seen what happened. I already mastered. I already showed you, dude. I will fight your ass if you bring negative shit to me. Now, look on the other side of it. If the negative person come over there to me and I cower and I cringe and everything like that, and they beat me up and I don't defend myself, then you're going to get more negative energy to fuck with you. The next day, somebody else going to try you. The next day, somebody else going to try you. The next day, somebody else going to try you once they seen that happen. So what's going to happen? You got to stand up. You got to stand up to the negative energy. Be like, dog, you're not going to fuck with me like that, dog. I'll beat the shit out you, dog. Like, what's happening? And make an example out of motherfucker like we used to do back in the day, dog. We blood on the concrete, dog. That's how you do it, though. When you go to school, dog, that's just blood right there on the concrete. They can't get that shit on up, dog. That shit's stuck on that motherfucking concrete like motherfucking paint, dog. Ain't no janitors going out there cleaning that shit up, dog. That shit is there, dog, for the rest of the school year. And I remember when I was little, dog, I used to write motherfuckers' name by that fucking blood. Fucking around with me, dog. Like, I was just, like, vicious like that because I was going through that situation with my stepfather. Going through that shit, that job. When I got to school, all the regular kids talking shit, dude, man. Because you got a grown person beating you up, so when you get into a tussle with somebody your age, them licks don't hurt. That shit, them little fucking 7-year-old hits don't work, dog, on me, dog. I'll beat your ass, drag your ass all up down the goddamn playground. And not to say, like, to be talking shit, but it's just what it is, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gotta look at the negative. You gotta look at the negative too, man. The negative is probably the most important in the whole situation. Man. The most important in the whole situation. Man. If you don't master that negative energy, dog, it's over with, man. Because you're gonna keep running from it. You're gonna run because it's negative energy everywhere. You gotta know how to not even you gotta know how to not even fuck with it. You gotta know when to say something. You gotta know when not to say something. Sometimes you gotta let shit go. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. Man. Get back to that. So I ain't playing with these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers talking about their guys and shit. Man. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? That's hellfire disrespect. And then it's like white supremacy. You gotta, dude, this is what I be talking about. They be talking about that white man and shit like he's still in a cave. That motherfucker ain't in no cave no more. That motherfucker been out that cave for 5 million years, though. You niggas are still talking about, the white man, he was in the cave and we had to teach. Okay, you did that shit 5,000 years ago. Where he at right now, though? Terrorizing your motherfucking ass, though. So what you doing with that white man now? You know what I'm saying? And I just, and it's be people talking about, remember we talking about the slavery shit earlier, dude, and I'm like, you want me to look at this white, just say it's a white man or a white woman. You want me to look at this white person and say, I hate you or I dislike you for what you did to black people. But that white, okay, just say her name is Amy. You want me to look at Amy and say, like, Amy, I don't like you because what your people did to black people. First of all, Amy ain't did a motherfucking thing. She ain't enslaved nobody, right? She ain't do nothing to nobody, right? Matter of fact, Amy don't even know who the fuck her ancestors did to this motherfucking ancestor. She don't know she don't even know if her great great grandfather owned slaves or not. She don't know that shit. And I'm looking at the dude. How you know her? How you know by the color of her skin that she owns her people own slaves? How you know that? Just by looking at that one. Just because she got white skin. How you know that? You make it seem like every white person in America has slaves. Dude. No, they didn't. But how you even know, dude? And what's so crazy to me is if her family did have slaves, you don't even know your fucking ancestors who were slaves. To even say that her family did anything to your ancestors. It's all fucking mental disease, dog. It's all fucking crazy. These niggas don't even know no slaves in their family. None. You ain't never talked to them. I tell them all the time. Who's a slave in your family? You ever talked to them? You ever asked them what their experiences was in slavery in America? Have you ever had that conversation with whoever? Because they'll say like, "Oh, my great 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 grandmother was a slave," whatever like that, right? They'll say that, right, because it's in some type of fucking book or something like the family genealogy and all that type of shit. When they be doing the ancestry shit, they'll say that. But you ain't never talked to your great great grandmother. Nobody has. You never asked her, dude, what the fuck happened. Everybody's slavery experience, dude, was not the motherfucking same, dude, at all, dude. You can't make me believe that, dude. Everybody had a different experience, dude. And unless you talk to her and get her experiences and shit like that and understand it, you don't know what the fuck happened. So everything from that point is a figment of your own imagination based on fucking movies and books, dude. You don't know for real, man. You don't know for real, man. That's why I was saying I can't attach myself to motherfuckers I don't know like that, dude. Like, motherfuckers I don't know, dude. I don't know none of that shit, dude. I don't know none of that, dude. And I'm like, some of y'all niggas' ancestors shit put them fucking shackles on them black people in Africa and got them sent over here and helped that white man capture their motherfucking ass, dude. What about them niggas, though? How was motherfuckers able to go through Africa, dog, for 4 centuries, dog, with no war, no nothing, walking there taking motherfucking people? Dude? How's that happening, dude? Ain't nobody dying at the shores. Ain't no war. Ain't no white people dead. None of that. It's just a walk in there. Because the African kings and shit, the mercenaries went in them villages in Africa and took those people, dog, and had them on the shores waiting, and sold and traded them and shit for white people, dog. It was a business, and they want to be more. They want to be mad at America for slavery. And if you mad at America, you need to be mad at them Arabs. You need to be mad at the Muslims. You need to be mad at the Portuguese. You need to be mad at all. If you mad at white people, dog, you should not be a Muslim right now because Muslims enslaved like 10 million fucking Africans back in the day. The Arab Muslims and all that. The same motherfuckers, y'all practice, they was talking that Quran shit when they was taking black people out of North Africa to enslaving their motherfucking ass. So how the fuck you feel comfortable about being a Muslim? How, dude? How is that possible, dude? I don't understand that shit, dude. This don't make no sense, dude. Can't be talking shit to me, dude. I'm gonna break that motherfucking shit down on your ass, dude. Because that ain't your history. That's somebody else's history. That's their history. The history is what you create for your own motherfucking self, your individual self. That ain't your history. I don't understand why they be so, man, they be so stuck in these people's history, dog, trying to live off all these other people's greatness, man. I'm like, man, crazy, dog. Craziness, dude. They call themselves after these African goddesses and gods and all that. Like, come on, man. Where's those African gods and goddesses when they taking all the goddamn people out of Africa? Nobody showed up out the sky. Like, the god of air, the god of sky, the god of water, the god of love, the god of human, whatever, whatever. None of these motherfuckers showed up in spirit form and stopped these motherfucking white humans from taking all the motherfucking people out their fucking homeland. Where the fuck are they at, dude? Where these god and goddesses at, dude? You mean tell me they're just sitting around watching this shit? Fuck out of here, man. That shit do not exist. That shit is mythology. I don't believe none of that shit. It is what it is, dude. So we just gonna leave it at that, man.